me!
Hop, a Sort of Grasshopper from Timbuctoo by Roger Hargreaves. Hop was a sort of grasshopper, a Timbuctoo grasshopper. He lived in Leap-and-Bound Cottage in Timbuctoo. As you know, grasshoppers love to hop around all day long. Hop certainly loved to do that. He loved to hop around the grass with a smile on his face and a song in his heart. Didn't I tell you? He's a skilled violinist. Our story begins when Hop was hopping, skipping and jumping around the fields and forests when he came across a colony of ants who were gathering food to store for the winter. They were working so diligently they didn't even have so much as any time to stop. One of the ants, whose name was March, was working the most diligently of them all. He then noticed Hop playing his music and said, "Hello, I'm March. I'm gathering food." "Gosh, I'm Hop," replied Hop in his silly, goofy voice. "And I'm playing a tune." Then he caught sight of the amount of food that Marge was carrying on his back. "Gosh, what a lot of food you have." Marge said that the food was a reasonable amount. "It's a huge amount because it's getting cooler," he explained. "My troops work hard to store food away. I don't wish to take a break when I'm assigned an order." "I don't want to be given any orders," replied Hop huffily. "I like my music, thank you." Hop often played his music when the ants were gathering food. But although Hop asked them to take a break, March on the colony never answered. Soon winter came with dark clouds full of snow. The queen of the ants didn't like it. She saw Hop loudly playing his music and walked over to him.
Look here, dear grasshopper,"
she explained.
"A heavy fall is coming. I hope it doesn't stop you."
"Oh," said Hop, seeing the snowflakes fall gently onto the ground. "Soft stuff, nothing to it." And he carried on playing his music and taking no notice. The ants finished their work in the nick of time, but by now the country was covered, and the trees were dark brown, dark red and muted brown structures, standing out in the white snow. "Scoffed Hop. Snow is silly, soft stuff, it won't stop me."
"Heed my warning, dear grasshopper,"
advised the queen of the ants.
"You need lots of food inside you, and I won't take no for an answer."
But Hop didn't care, and he just carried on playing his music. He carried on doing this until it was the bleakest part of midwinter when food was scarce. Hop's carefree attitude was starting to get the better of him. He began to shiver, and his feet felt numb. He struggled on to find food, but there wasn't anything to be found. Well, apart from a brown, dried-up leaf. He tried to clasp it in his hand, but the wind blew it away. Poor Hop was so hungry that he beat his fist against a tree, and a huge avalanche of snow fell and piled up around him. No one was there to help him. It looked like he was going to stay in the snow all winter. "Oh, my Daddy and Tom had," he wailed. "I shall have to stay here until I'm frozen. Oh, what a silly grasshopper I am!" And Hop began to cry. However, help was at hand. The sound of his cries brought the colony of ants out. And then who should come to Hop's rescue but March? Snow never worried him. March and the soldiers of the ant colony took hold of Hop's limbs, and they tugged and slipped and tugged, and they dragged Hop clear of the snow, ready to be warmed up in their colony. The ants warmed up Hop and fed him a lot of their food they had stored. "Oh, thank you, ants. Your diligence and work ethics are splendid," said Hop. "I hope you'll be sensible in future," replied March. "Oh, I will. I learned my lesson," said Hop, feeling ashamed of his carefree attitude. The ant colony could clearly see that Hop had changed his ways. Even the queen of the ants was impressed. Nowadays, Hop knows now that the best thing to do is to learn a trade and cooperate with others to get the tasks done at hand. And he doesn't often play his violin anymore. He just gets on with any task he is assigned to. For he knows one thing. All play and no work grinds Hop to a stop.